your local hope dealer.
Inspiration and dedication. I came a long way from sleeping in them cages. I got my life back, I feel amazing. Life's a book, don't get stuck on sad pages. Rainy days with no money. Hard work lead to days that are sunny. Looking back, it was all needed. The problems, the pain, the trauma, the grieving. You are now tuned into the prisoner to painter. Prisoner to painter. Hard work, dedication. Rainy days, inspiration. Prisoner to painter.
And now, a word from your local hope dealer.
Welcome to the Prisoner to Painter podcast. I'm Nathan McDermott, and today joining us is Daryl Hook.
Hello.
Man, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. It takes a lot of courage to tell your story in front of a camera. So I thank you. We start from childhood and we work into where you are now is kind of the basis of it. I've never found a good way to ease into it. So I feel like I always over-explain at the beginning. But yeah, so how I like to start normally is how would you describe your childhood? Loving, caring, was it hard?
I have parents that love me, but they're very awkward, so they have trouble showing it.
Understood.
So,
Understood, man.
and then my dad was pretty strict, but at the same time, I guess he put me in my place, but he wasn't abusive or anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I it's hard to say I had a terrible childhood because I didn't.
Yeah.
I was an awkward kid, so I got bullied a lot, but that's how shit goes sometimes.
Yep. Man,
Yeah, I had a decent childhood overall.
Good. Where were you? Were you born and raised here in Michigan? Where were you born?
No, I was born in California.
You were born in California. Okay. Did you live most of your years out there?
Most of them, we'll get there later, but I left.
Yeah.
I left California in 2002, went back in 2010, and then left again in 2021.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's some story there, definitely.
Yeah.
Man, what did mom and dad do for work?
Mom was a stay-at-home mom until after I left, and then dad worked in a warehouse until he retired.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He got out of the Navy in 72, and then did almost 50 years of working in warehouses.
Wow. Man, no kidding. Who was the most influential person in your life growing up?
Probably my dad.
Your dad.
When I was growing up, I was trying to be like my dad, hardworking, raise a family, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Be
awesome.
respectful to people, all that stuff.
Good. How old are you? I
am 50. I'm older than dirt.
No kidding. You don't look it at all, my friend. That's it, man. Wow.
I have great genes.
No kidding, dude. Holy cow, man. Holy shoot. One of my favorite questions that I get to ask every guest is what is your favorite childhood memory?
This is going to sound kind of like, I don't know. I suppressed a lot of my childhood just because I didn't have a bad childhood, just there was so much that was uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
But I did grow up very close to Disneyland, so we would go there all the time. And who didn't like going to Disneyland?
Man, yeah, no kidding. Always on the reverse side. I hate to be that, but always on the reverse side. What is your least favorite childhood memory?
That one's actually really easy. It goes back to the bullying. When I was it's not quite childhood. I guess it's like preteen or early teen. When I was in 7th grade in gym class, someone pulled my pants down and showed my ass and dick to everybody.
No shit. Oh man.
Yeah, that was super traumatic. So yeah.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
So
growing up out in California, was pot a part of your life growing up? I for some reason when I hear California, I just automatically think of dope. I don't know why.
I'll be honest, man. I never smoked until I was in my 20s.
Okay, right on.
I just, there was no reason. I did coke, but I didn't smoke weed.
Right on.
I did coke. I experimented a little bit with acid, but yeah, like smoking wasn't a thing in my teen years. I just chose not to. I was a cigarette smoker though.
Yep, yep, yeah, yeah, no kidding. What was the biggest economical challenge for your family, do you think? You know, younger years, I know you weren't a part of the finances, but you know,
Right.
a kid kind of sees what's going on. So,
Oh, I mean, obviously, my mom being a stay-at-home mom with dad working on a warehouse, that's not the best money.
yeah.
So, the single income, they struggled a bit at times.
Mhm.
I didn't like I said, we went to Disneyland all the time, but at the time, Disneyland was cheap. But
Mhm.
that was pretty much all we did recreationally because we didn't have a ton of extra income. Like we wouldn't eat there. We would pack a picnic lunch. We didn't get
Mhm.
souvenirs. We'd go, we'd ride the rides, we'd go home.
Yep, yep.
But as for
What's your
recreation, otherwise, that was pretty much it.
Gotcha. And I want to apologize preemptively because I noticed that I do this, and I feel like there's a lag between us, which is on every live like this, so it's not just like
Mhm.
this one. I apologize if I ever start talking before you're fit. Like I am not meaning to interrupt you at all, so I
Oh,
apologize if I do that.
I've done enough of these that I completely understand that's how that
Okay.
happens.
Okay, right on, man. I'm like, oh, geez, I feel like such an a-hole, you
Oh no,
know.
but I've had podcasts in the past, so trust me, I understand.
Right on, right on. I'm glad, honestly. What's one favorite family holiday? One that sticks out.
When I want to say about 12, the family went on a road trip and just drove up the coast of California. Spent about
Nice.
a week. Spent about a week. Stopped in a few places here and there. Again,
Mhm.
didn't do a lot. We drove in an RV, so it didn't
Mhm.
cost anything except for
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah.
So there was no, hotels. I mean, obviously we ate out and stuff, but yeah, like again, the family, they were very frugal with their money because they did what they had to do to survive.
Yep.
But at the same time, they weren't going to just sit there with their thumb up their ass and do nothing all day. So yeah, we
Yep.
did that trip. That's the only time I remember us doing a family trip was
Yep.
that one time, and when I think it was either 11 or 12. I don't remember.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we
How?
drove all the way up to Sacramento and then all the way back.
Okay. Nice. Just straight there, straight back. Do any sightseeing?
There was a little bit of sightseeing here and there.
Gotcha.
Yes, free stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, yeah, I can't be mad about that, man. Um, how would you say you were as a student? Yeah, I'm not gonna fixate too much on the younger years. You know, I feel like I got a good grasp of your childhood, which is really the main thing that I try to
Mhm.
portray to people. How would you say you were as a student, man?
I mean, I was average, but I was also not applying myself.
Yep. Yep.
If you look at my grades that I got in school versus how intelligent I actually am, they do not, they don't go together. I
Yeah.
I I slacked off so much in school, which I absolutely regret, but it is what it is. Can't change it.
Mhm. Nope. No, sure can't, man. Did you have a favorite did you have a favorite subject?
Yeah, my favorite subject was actually architecture. I wanted to be an architect, and then that
Okay.
didn't happen.
Fair enough. What's your profession now? Besides filmmaker, do you have another profession?
Yeah, I'm a manager at a restaurant.
Oh, nice. Oh, hell yeah. I'm glad you said that. So now I can sprinkle some other questions in. I try to follow not a script, but I write notes of what I want to ask, and but
Mhm.
it's always cool to come up with ones on the fly because clearly I don't
Right.
really know you, which is the point of this as well. So you know. Yeah. Was there a teacher that stands out? Was there like a teacher that took you on as a mentee or anything like that?
Yeah, that would be the architecture teacher.
Awesome.
I had him for architecture and drafting, and then
Okay.
in my senior year, both semesters, I was a TA for him as well. So I spent
Okay.
literally half my day in his classroom.
Right on. Man. Um, how did you choose friends? Yeah, yeah, I guess that's as simple as it
Yeah,
sounds.
I wouldn't imply I had any.
Okay.
There was like one kid down the street that was close to my age, so We became friends, but like as far as at school, not really so much.
Gotcha. As an adult, I don't think anybody's weird. I am a weird guy if weird has a definition.
Mhm.
Being made fun of, being bullied, but whatever. Do you think that impacted you deeply? Did it play on your psyche?
It did. It took me a long time to, because like I'm at the point now where if you don't like me, I don't fucking care.
Mhm.
You're not
Yeah.
liking me, it's not impacting my life at all unless you're my wife.
Mhm. Yeah.
So like, but it took me a long time to get to that point. Like, whenever you're young, you want to be accepted. No one did. So yeah, like obviously that took a toll on
Mhm.
on the psyche and like why does everybody hate me? Why can't I be liked? That kind of stuff.
Mhm. Right on. Hey, quick question. My wife, she's been sitting these past couple out. She works with people.
Okay.
So she whatever. I don't need to mansplain. But she asked a question on Facebook. Disgusting Productions question mark exclamation point. Bro, how does he feel about B-rated movies and what is his favorite?
How do I feel about? I mean, that's what I make is B-rated movies. So obviously you have to love them to make them.
Yes, sir.
No one goes to school to make fine art horror films like Hereditary and The Witch, and then makes B movies. I love B movies. My favorite. I don't even know if I could pinpoint a favorite. I could pinpoint a series of favorites,
Okay.
which would be like Microwave Massacre, House Shark, Psycho 8. There's so many.
Okay.
I love bad movies.
Okay. That she also does, so I'm sure she got a kick out of that. She also says gore or psychological horror? Question mark.
I mean, I'm a gore guy, but I have nothing against psychological horror, but that's not what I typically gravitate towards.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And then because we always do kind of take a little sidetrack, always. Did you ever play sports in school, or were you part of band, chess, anything like that?
None of that.
Okay. Okay.
No, none
Then
of
that
that.
kind of.
That's again went back to the lack of confidence because people just didn't tend to like me in school.
Mhm.
So if they didn't like me, like why am I going to want to be around them all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, and I never understood why kids are terrible, but now as an adult, I'm realizing adults are terrible too. So
Oh
I
yeah, oh yeah.
thought, yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, I'm glad that I get to talk to you and give you a place to tell your story. And I really do apologize, for bullying and stuff, man. Like, and now, and I'm sorry to get on this tangent, but now I feel like it's even worse because it's like now you can't even escape it because there's phones. It's
Right.
like now you're bullied at school, now you're bullied at home, now you're bullied till 12 at night. Like it's insane. It's insane.
Yep. Yeah,
Man.
I will like it's definitely worse now than whenever I was younger.
Yeah.
Whenever I was in school, if I got bullied once I got home, then my parents weren't going to bully me.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, how did you spend a typical Saturday afternoon?
Typical Saturday afternoon, I was watching whatever movies I had rented at the video store.
Okay. Okay. So you were always into movies, always into films?
Always into films.
Okay, right on, man. Were you ever into games, board games, anything like that?
Not board games, not so much. Video games, yeah.
Right on, right on. No, man, do not shoot me because I say it like you're older. What games did you grow up on? Nintendo 64, Sega, what was it?
Nintendo 64 came out when I was in my 20s.
Oh, okay.
I grew up on the Atari 2600 and the NES.
Okay, the original joystick with the button. Hell
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man. Um Man, was there any particular hobbies when you were younger that you were into, like model planes or something?
Okay, so if you knew my hobby when I was a teenager and you knew me now, you'd say that I'm lying to you. Because when I was a teenager, I loved collecting sports cards.
Okay.
I haven't watched sports in over 20 years. That's why I'm saying, like, if you knew me now and I told you that's what my hobby was when I was a teenager, you'd say I was lying to you.
Yeah. Man, that's funny. What is the most thing you miss from back before the 2000s?
Uh, being able to hide from people when you were home,
That's the one.
because
That's the one.
you could just take the phone off the hook.
Yep.
You could just take the phone off the hook because everybody had landlines, no one had cell phones. You
Mhm.
take the phone off the hook, no one can get a hold of you.
Yep. Yeah. What did you do after high school? Did you graduate, and then B, what came after?
I did graduate, and then I took off 11 months, and then I joined the Marines, and I was a Marine for 8 years.
No shit.
No shit.
Well, secondly, I commend you for your service. Man, I love this. In a different life, I wish I could have been something more of service. I really commend you for coming on. Thank you. Where did you do boot camp?
I did boot camp in San Diego.
San Diego. Okay. Man, how did the recruitment process work? I've got to ask this of other people in service, and I'm always curious. Did you approach them, or did they come to you at school?
I never talked to a recruiter until after I had graduated.
Okay.
One day I was in bed sleeping. The phone rings. I answer it. It's the Marine Corps recruiter. He asked if I want to come down and talk, so I go down and talk. And then I went and, over the next couple of weeks, I talked to all the other services as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they all offer basically the same thing.
Okay.
And then when I saw the Marine Corps dress blues, I was like, that's what I want to wear.
Okay. What initially motivated you to join? Like, was it money? Was it sense of honor?
It was money for college, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
Ironically, I never went to college.
Oh, dude. That's kind of funny. What was the most challenging part of boot camp?
I'm going to say for me, it was the running because again, before I joined, I was a smoker.
Mm-hmm.
So of course my lung capacity was garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and I wasn't fat. I was like 165 pounds, but I was like a little chunky and never really ran much. So going from basically not running at all to running every day for 3 months, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding, man. What does Semper Fi mean?
It means always faithful.
Always faithful.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Semper Fi is short for Semper Fidelis, which is Latin for always faithful.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna have to leave that, or else I'm gonna friggin' get a noise coming. Oh, there it goes. Shit, won't do that again. I got my headphones stuck in my chair wheel.
Oh no.
Man, what is one piece of advice that you would give somebody that is thinking about joining the Marine Corps?
Make sure it's what you want to do, because like once you do, you can't get out of it until your contract's up. So like make sure it's what you want to do, and don't make the mistake of going in like an open contract. Make sure you can get the job you want that's going to like push you towards what you want to do with your life.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like I know a lot of guys that went an open contract thinking they were going to get some high-tech job and they ended up in infantry.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah.
That's infantry is not going to do much to push you forward for the rest of your life, unless your life is taking orders and firing guns.
Yeah, man. When you so you were about 20, right? Roughly when you joined the Marine Corps. Was there a war? Sorry.
I was 18, and the second day of boot camp was my 19th birthday.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So 19 years old when you joined the Marine Corps. Was there any active war going on then, or were you?
Nope, that was after the first Gulf War and before 9/11, because I joined in '94.
Gotcha. So what does the military look like during non-active war times?
It's just training for wartime, honestly.
Oh, okay. Okay, man. So 8 years in the service. Did
Yep.
you always live in California during this time?
I mean, I got deployed a couple times on ship, but I lived in California the entire time. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. What is your what is your most memorable moment from being in the Marine Corps?
Going to Australia 3 times.
Wow, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
And then
Well,
I've been so many cool places that I only would have gone that I've only gone because I was like I've been to Hong Kong, I've been to Singapore, I was in Dubai, like I've been
wow.
lots of places that I would never have gotten to go if I
Mhm.
hadn't been in the military.
Gotcha. What was the hardest part about just becoming a civilian again?
For me, it was realizing you can't talk to people the same way in the civilian world as you do in the military.
Understood.
You can't
Understood.
just because like they give you the training that you need to like do interviews and fill out resumes and all that stuff, but
Mhm.
they don't teach you how to become just a regular person again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you're in a leadership position where you're yelling at people a lot, and then you go into a civilian job, you can't keep doing that. But I did.
Mhm. Fair
I
enough.
was calling people. I was calling people fucking idiots. It's. I had to like literally the store manager had to pull me aside and be like, "You, I know you're a Marine, but you can't talk to people like that anymore."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Man.
was like, "Why?" I was like, "Why not?"
What what accomplishment are you most proud of?
Like from the military time,
Yes,
or
yep, yep. Well, okay. So two-parter from the military time, and then I'll piggyback on that in your whole life as well.
okay,
Yep.
in the military time. I mean, it was all during peacetime, so we didn't do anything super spectacular.
Mhm.
So I guess my proudest accomplishment would have just been graduating boot camp.
Well, I mean, that's more than I did and more than most of America's done. So that's a damn good
Right, right.
accomplishment. Yeah. You know. Yep.
And then in my life, I think
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
proud of, I think what I'm proudest of, honestly, is the fact that I was able to finish and get my movie out to people.
Awesome. Yeah, dude, I'm ready to hear about this, honestly. Is there and I never want to skim along too much because I feel like it's not my story. So if there's anything that from this time in your life that you would want to share, I don't want to miss it. Is there anything that you would like to share or can we move along?
I mean, we could. I have an ex-wife. I've got adult kids.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not saying we could like. I don't want to skip over them or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But I wasn't there for a lot of that because when we separated, they were 7 and 4, and
Okay.
I was extremely selfish with my time. So
Gotcha.
I don't have a lot to say about them because I just only recently started rebuilding relationships, and
Awesome.
one of them still won't talk to me. So what do you do?
Okay. Yeah, no, dude,
I've
that's a yeah.
I've thrown it out there that I've thrown it out there to the one that won't talk to me. I said, look, I
Awesome.
understand. I
Yeah.
do. I said I'm ready to have conversations if you ever are at that point, and if not, then it sucks, but I get it.
Yeah. Dude, if there was nothing else that we talked about, that's success in itself. Like
Yeah,
to be able to say that and B to be like that's success, man. Awesome.
yeah.
So 8 years, if I did my math right, you get out at 27.
Yep.
What does life like that look after? What are you doing?
So at 27, I
Mhm.
moved to Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
Lived there from 2002 to 2010.
Wow.
Moved there basically just to start over, try something fresh.
Okay.
I
Okay.
had family out there, but then like once we got there, I barely even contacted them because they were all busy with their own lives.
Hmm.
And I had grown up in California. I would see them every once in a while.
Hmm.
So I was never close to any of them.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And then there is where my ex-wife and I separated.
Hmm.
And I met someone else. We ended up moving to California. We moved back to California together
Okay.
because my ex-wife and the kids came here to Michigan. I didn't
Mhm.
know anybody in Michigan.
Yeah.
And it was like 2010, we're still recovering from that 2008 recession.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So At that, that time, Michigan's unemployment rate's sky high.
Yeah.
I'm not going to move to a place where I don't know anybody and there's no jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, dude. You
So I
couldn't find a
moved,
job. Yeah.
right. So I moved back to California where at least, it felt like a safer bet.
Hmm.
Because at
Definitely.
least, I got my parents there and it was better than going somewhere where there's no one.
Yeah. Man, no kidding. Well, okay, so you move out there. So I'm guessing you initially come back to Michigan to get with your kids, or to be more a part of your kids' life.
You would think so. But again, I was selfish for a long time.
Okay.
I actually I moved to Michigan because I met a woman on Facebook
Okay.
who's now my wife.
Awesome.
I moved
Awesome.
out here. I moved out, but here's the crazy part. And people always tell me that I planned this, but how can you plan this? She lives in the same city that my kids live in.
Wow.
Like not
Awesome.
even the next city over. She's literally in the same
In
city.
the same city.
Yeah.
Man.
And everyone's like, you planned that on purpose. Why would I purposely plan to meet someone who lived 2,500 miles from me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why
no
wouldn't I
kidding.
want to meet someone who lives where I live?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey,
But
and
yeah,
it takes a
we hit it
big
off.
man. It takes a big man to just admit and say what you said. I feel like the accountability there in itself is phenomenal. Like that's wow. When would you say you changed being selfish with your time?
It was when I realized towards the end of 2021, I'm like, I'm gonna move to Michigan and I'm gonna be with her, but I
Mhm.
want to start a relationship back up with my kids. So I need to stop being selfish and at least be someone that they want to talk to, even if they
Mhm.
don't want to even if they don't want me as their dad because I wasn't their dad for years and years.
Mhm.
I want to at least be back in their life. And one was not willing at all, and again, I totally understand that. And then the other one, you know, we still don't have the best relationship. We're working on it all the time.
Awesome. Dude, that's a story of success in itself, man. I mean, hell, let's keep the movie right out of it. That's success. That's awesome.
Right.
Like, wow, dude. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Um, it was there ever any problems in your life with drugs or alcohol? Was there ever any problems with those? I'm just curious.
When I was young in the Marines, there were times where I drank too much,
Mhm.
but it was never a dependency thing. It was just going out drinking with the guys and
Mhm.
getting carried away.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So curiosity here. Of course, you start a movie. When did or you make a movie? Not start a movie. You make a movie. You find
Right.
actors. I am so intrigued with this. Clearly, this is why I wanted to interview you. But I
Right.
love learning up to it. When did this get in your mind? Like it couldn't have just been 5 years ago.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you. Everyone thinks I'm lying when I tell them this story.
Okay. Okay.
So at the beginning of 2023, it might have even been January, I don't remember, but it was early 2023.
Mhm.
Remember when Cocaine Bear came out?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I do.
And then, it actually did really well in the box office. It made a lot of money.
Mhm.
So a lot of micro budget filmmakers started making knockoffs. There was like Attack of the Meth Gator and
Yeah.
Cocaine Cougar
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Cocaine Shark and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
so one of my friends and I at work were joking back and forth about all these drug-fueled animal attack movies.
Yeah.
And he says, Stoner Snake. I was like, I'm gonna make that movie.
Okay.
And that he's like, no, you're not. I was like, yeah, you're right, I'm not. I was like, but wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah.
So then I start talking to one of my friends who's a filmmaker because I have several. And I'm talking to
Mhm.
one of my friends who's a filmmaker, and I'm like, I told her the story. She's like, make it. I was like, I can't make a movie. I'm not a filmmaker. She's like,
Mhm.
don't make excuses. Make your fucking movie.
Yep.
She's like, you've been watching movies your entire life.
Mhm.
She goes, if you can write the movie, you can make the movie.
Yes, sir.
So
Man.
it was literally shot on an iPhone 13.
Wow. Awesome, dude. So, man, so film's always been a part of your life, though. When you were a kid, when you were growing up, whatever, did you ever think you were going to make a movie or did you just love movies?
I loved movies, and like there was a point where I would have loved to have been, in Hollywood making movies.
Mhm.
Ironically, my cousin does.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah, no shit. He works in
Okay.
Hollywood making movies.
Wow.
But I'm the one that made a feature film first. He's made shorts, but he's never made a feature film.
Okay. Awesome.
He's been in the industry for like 20 years, and he's never made a feature-length movie, at least not his own.
Yeah. Yeah. And you just get an idea 2 years ago, and then a movie's
Yep.
out in 2025. That's
Yep.
impressive. That's impressive, dude. Seriously. Katie asks, what's one filmmaking trick or improvisation you are most proud of? You are most proud of using to save a scene that would have otherwise been too expensive to create.
I mean, my whole movie was made for about $2,500.
Okay.
So it was all about saving money. And when I say $2,500, I'm talking that's including paying people, that's including feeding people.
Wow.
The actual budget, like if you count, like for some, we bought a little bit of lighting, and for props, like maybe $700.
Okay. Wow.
So
Wow.
it was all about like everything was too expensive.
Yeah.
So we one filmmaking trick we did was we were going to film at a video store, and then it wasn't available to us anymore. So this is the video store.
Okay. Hell yeah.
My living room is the video store in the movie.
Right on, dude.
It's all about making the best with what you have.
Yep. Hey, clearly I can tell this is what you're passionate about, and this is why I love drawing this stuff out. Who is your favorite director? I'll start with that, and then I'll ask Katie's question.
Okay, so my favorite director of all time is Ty West.
Okay.
He's the one that made, most recently he made X, Pearl, and Maxine.
Okay.
But then he also made House of the Devil, The Sacraments, The Innkeepers. I just love his filmmaking style. But for low-budget movies, it would be a guy named Todd Sheets. He's been making movies for 40 years. He started out shooting on videotape.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you feel about M. Night Shyamalan?
I like The Happening, and I know everyone hates that one, but I like The Happening because it's so bad.
Yeah, so do we. Me and Katie. Yeah.
I love Mark Wahlberg's awful phoned-in performance. You're here to kill me. What? No.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I thought The Visit was okay.
Okay.
But I'm not the biggest fan of M. Night Shyamalan's movies.
Right on. How do you feel? Because this is a very niche movie. I know. Quentin Tarantino. How do you feel about his directing style?
I mean, you can't argue with the success whether you like his films or not.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right.
I like some of his films. I don't like some of his other films. There's a couple I haven't even. This is going to blow your mind. I've never seen Reservoir Dogs.
Okay. Wow. Oh, yeah, that is kind of blowing my mind. Yeah.
I've never seen Reservoir Dogs, and on the shelf behind me is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I bought it 3 years ago, and I still haven't watched it.
Don't waste your time with that one. That was that I wasted 3 hours of my life, dude. That wasn't a good one.
But like, I did not like Pulp Fiction at all.
No, okay.
Which is crazy. Well, I know a lot of people think that's crazy because a lot of people say that's his best. I have really bad ADD. When you're trying to keep up with 27 storylines and it's not linear, it's hard.
Yeah. My favorite by him is Inglourious Bastards through and through. Bad Brad Pitt.
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
That's a great one. I also really like Death Proof.
Yeah, yep. Katie also asked, who is a director or film that you consider an underdog / hero, and are they influential to your own work?
A film that's... I can't think of a specific film that I think is like underrated because there's so many underrated films that I could name them off and people would be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Those aren't even real titles. Like if I said Cocaine Crabs from Outer Space, you're going to think I'm lying, but that's a real movie.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Oh man. How did you determine the style of your movie? Like, how did you decide on how you were going to shoot it, or the angles and all that?
A lot of it was literally learning as I go. Like
Okay.
when I watch the movie, I can, even though obviously I remember what the
Mhm.
first scene we shot was, I can tell the first thing we shot because it looks fucking terrible.
Okay.
It's terrible. We had to like do reshoots later so that it
Mhm.
doesn't look like it's just cobbled together and it looks like it's an actual scene.
Yeah, yeah. How does even making a movie start, dude? Like I have no idea. Like talk to me like I'm five. Like how do you start? Do you get an actors first? Like do you like
Well, I mean, the first thing you're going to want is you're going to want to come up with your. What I do is I come up with a title and I build a movie around that.
oh okay. Okay.
I think of like I can tell you the names of my upcoming movies, and you're going to be like, okay.
Mhm.
I try to come up with a title that's going to grab someone's attention.
Okay.
Like obviously there was Stoner Snake, and then we're doing Hemo Goblin, which is about a blood sucking goblin.
Mhm.
Another one we're going to be doing, it's a clown slasher movie, or the clown specifically is stalking juggalos, and it's called Whoop Whoop Stab Stab.
Okay.
And then we've got another one that my wife is writing called Toilet Zombies.
Okay. Okay.
But I come up with a title, and then I'm like, okay, so what's the movie going to be about? So I come up with a basic plot idea of what the movie's going to be about,
Mhm.
and then I just think, okay, what kind of set pieces can we have? What's this? What are some big scenes we can do? And then I'll
Mhm.
do that, and then I'll build a list of characters that I want in the movie,
Mhm.
and then I build an outline of the movie, and then I start writing.
Okay. Have you made any movies before Stoner Snake?
First one.
No shit, dude. Okay, man. And okay, now how do you get it on platforms? Like, can I buy this? Can I buy this on Amazon? How do I buy this?
I mean, you can buy digital or physical copies from me. We're getting the physical ordered very soon.
Okay.
That was whenever we did our Indiegogo to raise money for the movie. One of the perks was buying Blu-ray or DVD.
Okay.
And then I sell copies through my social medias. It's $4.20. I take I take
That's
everything.
funny.
I take Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, whatever. I can take anything,
Perfect.
and then
Well,
I
here.
send people a digital copy.
Mhm. Okay. Uh, you send a digital copy. Okay. So
Mhm.
normally I give out a gift card for this episode. What I was going to do was I was actually going to buy your movie. So while we are actually here in this little slot, can I send you
Okay.
$4.20? What's your cash app?
It's
One
dollar.
second. One
Sorry.
second. I apologize. Nope. No,
No,
I'm
all good.
sorry.
All good.
Okay, because I'm also very terrible at this. Search. Okay. Money sign. Come on, Nathan, get it together. It's because I'm on camera, is why I'm like this, I swear. All right, money sign. Yep.
It's $ Mr. MR
Yep.
and then Meat Hook.
Meat hook. Mr. Meat. Come on, quit doing that. Hook. Daryl Hook, Mr. Meat
Yes.
Hook.
Yes, sir.
Pay money. I'm gonna just send $5 for
Appreciate it.
movie. Pay. Perfect. And I'm gonna put your Cash App in the section. So if anybody's
Okay.
interested in Daryl Hook's movie like I am, then there it is. Money sign Mr. Meat Hook. Awesome, dude.
I promise it is a terrible movie, but you'll have a hell of a lot of fun watching it.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, we always give out a gift at the end of every episode. But I've found it very difficult to send e-gift cards. So I was like,
Right.
for his, I was like, I'm gonna buy his movie. Clearly, if we
Perfect.
ever get
Perfect.
together in person, whatever, I'll buy you a pack. Oh, you quit smoking. Well, whatever. I'll buy you a candy bar. Man. Okay. So you make the title, you work around it. What do you write a script? Like how does that
Oh
even
yeah.
work? Okay. Okay.
I mean, if you go to film school, you learn, especially if you go to film school for writing, you learn how to write a script.
Mhm.
I Googled it.
Okay.
I googled it. I found what's basically the industry standard app to write your script on,
Okay.
and it does because it's a very specific format,
Mhm.
and it formats it for you.
Okay.
You just do whether it's dialogue or action or character or whatever. Like if you do character, you type in the character's name, and it immediately drops down and it's doing dialogue next because it knows
Mhm.
after you name the character, the character's going to say something.
Gotcha. Gotcha. How do you find actors? And then how do you cast actors? Like how do
So
you visualize
so
that?
that's the harder part,
Okay. Okay.
especially when you're making a movie on next to nothing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that I cast, I paid for out of pocket before I ever raised a dime,
Okay.
and that was people that were like established names that were going to be able to help me get the movie out there more
Mhm.
known.
Okay.
And most of them did their roles remote.
Okay. Wow.
I send
How? How?
how I send them a script and I say, have fun.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, again, they're all film or they're all actors. They know what to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tell them, I say, give me two versions. Give me one where you follow the script to the T,
Mhm.
and then give me one where you're having fun with it. As long as it gets to where it needs to go, change the
Yep.
dialogue up. I don't care.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Do you normally go with the script verbatim, or do you find yourself liking impromptu more?
It depends. That's why I want them to do both.
Okay.
And that's why, I tell them if you want to do like a rough edit and send it to me, that's fine. If you want to send me just every piece of footage you film and I put it together myself, I can do that as well. Doesn't
Gotcha.
matter because if they send me something that it's just all the loose footage,
Mhm.
and I like one thing they did and another thing I don't like, I can use one and then the other one I can go with what the script was.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I don't want to forget, so I'm going to ask this before I forget.
Okay.
What is your favorite movie of all time? Like of all
Night of
time?
the Night of the Demons from 1988.
Okay, mine's Book of Eli. I love Denzel. I'm so guilty of him. I love
Oh,
him.
I couldn't get into that one.
No kidding.
I
No
tried. I,
kidding.
I watched I watched the whole thing, but the whole time I was like, when is this over?
That's kind of funny. Hey, but the kicker at the end I did like though. Um, oh, geez, sorry, I'm trying here. Okay, so how so the pre visualization of it, like did you see it in your head and were you able to portray that onto the screen? Do you think?
I think for the most part, yeah. Again, like this is my first movie, so
Okay.
and a lot of sacrifices were made. There was a scene that was completely rewritten because I had talked to someone about a location and they said, yeah, no problem. And
Mhm.
then when I went to set up a time to go there and film, they were like, oh yeah, I read your script and we can't have that here. So like
Fair
I
enough.
didn't even like that scene's not even in the movie, but it
Okay.
was just a scene that introduced characters, so it
Yeah.
wasn't that hard to rewrite it.
Okay.
It
Okay.
wasn't like it was a vital set piece.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your favorite part about filmmaking?
I love the collaborative effort between everybody.
Okay. Awesome.
My
Can
least favorite
you?
part is my least favorite part is casting,
Yeah. No shit. Can you
especially
expand
like
on that a little bit? Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Please. Thank you. Thank you.
I would love to expand on that actually. So living in Battle Creek, like nobody makes movies here.
No.
So when I go onto public Battle Creek Facebook groups and I'm like, hey, looking for actors for this,
Mhm.
everybody and nobody in Battle Creek trusts anybody.
Yeah.
So everybody's just like, scam. I was like, yeah, you're going to be in a movie. I'm going to pay you or feed you, but yeah, scam, sure. That's what it is. Just a scam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it was that, or this is how you end up on To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, like, put a little bit of trust in strangers.
Yep. A little bit at least.
I'm not saying a whole lot, but put a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, there was like, no one makes movies in Battle Creek. Yeah, I know they don't.
Yeah. That's
I
why
do
I'm
now.
doing it. Yeah. Man. Okay, dude. No, this has been great. So your upcoming movies, how are you preparing for them? Like I guess I'm just trying to understand what's a normal day like for you.
I mean, a normal day, I get up, I go to work, I come home.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, a normal day, like for the filmmaking thing, I've got two shorts written that are both going to be part of anthologies. One
Okay.
is my anthology, one is a friend's anthology.
Hmm.
Hemo Goblin, I'm going to do it as a short for a friend's anthology.
Hmm.
But if it's popular enough, I've done it so that it could just be the opening scene of a movie, and
Hmm.
it becomes a full film.
Okay.
And then I've got another one called Sharkoween, which
Hmm.
is an anthology, and I've got six filmmakers each doing 10-minute segments for it.
Okay.
And ours is called Fog Machine Shark. It's about a shark that comes out of fog machines and eats people.
Okay. Man, you wow, so you just started. One day you said I'm gonna make a movie and you just started. That's successful in
Yeah,
itself. And then you got a
I got,
movie and now you sell it. That is crazy to me, man.
yeah.
So the filmmaking thing sounds like I mean that's successful and it sounds like you're doing great with it. It sounds like you love it. So I just want to talk a little bit about your manager job and then I'll ask my wrap-up questions if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, to work your way to manager, regardless of what industry or whatever you're doing, that shows some leadership skills and it shows a lot
Mhm.
about you. So strong leader, a lot of things. Where do you work, if you don't mind my asking?
I'm actually not contractually not allowed to say.
Okay, understood. Okay, so no, that's perfect. So I can ask broad questions and it makes it
Yeah.
perfect. What is your favorite part about working in the service industry?
Um, Getting to meet new people every day, whether they're, you know, good experiences or bad experiences.
Hmm.
I get to meet new people all the day, all the time. And now, as a filmmaker, I've always got my business card in my pocket.
Yep.
So if I'm talking to a customer, we have a little bit of chemistry. I'll be like, "Hey, have you ever been interested in being
Yep.
in a movie or helping with a movie?" And if they say yeah, then I get my business card.
Gotcha. Are you front of house or back of house or being the manager just wherever?
Being a manager, I'm all of it.
Gotcha. Awesome. No, dude, that is awesome to me. Just regardless, working at fast food like I have, or working at a real restaurant, or
Hmm.
just whatever, to work your way up to manager still means something. And no matter what, I mean, even if you're a manager of the shit shovelers, you still
Right.
showed leadership skills. So that's awesome, man. Cool. How long have you been there? If you're allowed to answer that.
I've been at my location now for going on 4 years. I've been with the company off and on for 17.
Beautiful. Okay, so got some repertoire there, man. Awesome.
Yes.
What is the best piece of advice that you can give anybody coming from a leader down to like an employee? What's the best piece of advice you can give anybody?
Be respectful to everybody.
That's it.
Respect in the workplace is everything.
Yes, sir, it is.
If
What
you
is
don't have a healthy rapport with
Mhm,
your coworkers, or if you're the boss with your employees,
mhm.
it's just a toxic environment. Everybody's going to be miserable.
Yep. What is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Goes back to shut up and make your fucking, or quit making excuses and make your fucking movie.
Yeah.
That's
What's
the
the
best
worst
piece of
piece of
advice I ever received.
advice? Well, what's the worst piece of advice you've ever received?
Ah, God, that one's harder actually.
Okay.
Not because I haven't received bad advice, but just because I've received so much of it. So,
Yeah, yes, sir.
um,
Um,
I think the worst piece of advice was, "Yeah, man, watch this horror movie while we're tripping balls."
yeah. Um,
Did
and
not
then
end
one
well.
and then one question I forgot to ask from childhood. What was your
Okay.
favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal
Yep.
was Cookie Crisp.
Hell yeah, a lot of people don't remember what those are, man. After they rebranded, Cookie
Yeah,
Crisp are the bomb, dude. Man,
it's literally just chocolate chip cookies and milk.
yeah, you can't get no better than that, dude. Oh man, Daryl, thank you. My wrap-up questions are all the same.
Okay.
It is how I feel like every podcast ties together. From the cop to the ex-addict to whatever. I feel like that's how everybody has something in common on this show. So, what is your definition of success?
My definition of a success is, it's not money, it's not fame, being good at what you do and having even one person recognize that what you did a good job at.
Gotcha.
That to me, that's success.
Yeah. Is there anything that I didn't ask that I should have? Is there anything that I missed? Is there anything you want to share?
I can't think of anything.
Perfect. That means I did my job right. So that's always
Right.
what I hope I hear. Katie's wrap-up questions are always the same as well. If you had one word to sum up your whole entire journey from start to finish, what would that one word be?
Wild.
Wild. Okay.
Wild.
And then if younger you met older you, and then vice versa, older you met younger you, would you guys get along?
No.
That's a growing consensus. A lot of people say that.
I mean, part of it is because 50-year-old me doesn't really like kids.
Okay.
Ironic working in a family restaurant.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, like it's just because like I see kids these days being so disrespectful to everybody.
Yep.
And that's not even just a parenting thing because I see their parents trying to get them to be respectful and then just not doing it.
Yep, exactly.
It's just I think it's just a generational thing. And yeah, I don't like I don't know if I don't like kids or if I just don't like Gen Alpha.
Yeah. Well, and that's probably more accurate, honestly.
Yeah.
And then are you happy with the way you told your story?
Yeah.
Awesome. Dude, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a guest.
Thank you for having me.
I sincerely, I appreciate it. It takes a lot to tell your story regardless. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, dude, to get in front of the camera and to tell your story, it's different. It's just different. There's something different about it. But
absolutely.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm gonna put the outro on and then I'll hop off of here. And I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I hope the audience has a good rest of their night. So awesome. See you guys. See you later, Daryl.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.